Sydney picked up her fourth foul, I think it was a 5-minute mark in the third quarter, and your team held serve. I think you held the score for the rest of the quarter. Talk about how big that was.
That was huge. I mean, we're a team. We need Sydney, but they've grown to where they're just going to pick up and roll with it. I thought Maya did an unbelievable job at the point. Maggie, Fran's not in here, but she had so many rebounds. Caroline, so many tough baskets, and Tinsley shot the ball so well tonight. It was a team effort. It's been that way the whole year. They just stepped up, they believe in each other, and they believe in this old guy here and their coaches, and it's been a great journey, and we can't look forward to next year, but we're going to miss these two seniors like crazy, but just so grateful.
Travis, we talked before about the grind of being a state champion and repeating as a state champion. Now that you've done it, can you reflect back on just how difficult it was to get to this point?
I mean, our record looks like we bruised through it, but we played 4 really tough games with Webb. And we take our knocks from Bradley Central and some team from Kentucky, and we played Sarah Strong. And why are you doing this to us, coach? They never question us. And when you got to get gritty, you got to go through some things. And I mean, hopefully they'll take this with the rest of their life. When things are tough, you just keep pushing, keep showing up.
Sydney, I know you probably didn't envision sitting on the bench so much in the final game of your high school career. How did you handle that mentally and emotionally while you're having to watch from a seat?
I knew once it was done, there's nothing I could do to go back and change it, so I knew I had to be a supportive teammate, and I had to encourage where I could and give tips and pointers where I could, just kind of doing the most that I could from the bench.
What's it feel like for you to cap your career this way?
No better feeling. Doing it with my teammates again, doing it with my family. Truly, these are my best friends, like right beside me, so I could not be more grateful and blessed.
Sydney, I watched you, coming off, giving your dad a big hug. Just
yeah.
What does the family element of this team and this win mean to you, and how much more special does it make everything?
It makes everything so much more special. I was emotional for the game, knowing that, like, hey, it's my last game, my last time on the court with these people. And I looked at a few and I was like, I wish I didn't like you guys, honestly. It would make this a lot easier, but it makes it even better, honestly. I don't know how to explain the feeling, but I couldn't be more grateful.
Carolyn, just to compare, last year you won your first one. First one of anything is always special, but then the second one means you go out a champion. Compare your two championships.
Yeah, I mean, they've both been amazing, that's for sure. I feel like this season we've had a lot of adversity. We've been through a lot together, and we've just stuck together, and I think that made it all the more special. So it's been really amazing to just be beside these girls and just fight through everything we've been through and just go out on top is amazing. So.
Travis, what would you say would be the most challenging moment from the season?
Christmas, we weren't playing really well after the ladies' class. We got eliminated in a 25-point loss, and then we came back and had to reshuffle our lineup. We had to move Amaya from the 3 and the 4 to the point guard, and Sydney to the point guard, and then playing kids that hadn't played a whole lot. Every one of them stepped up in big games. Sydney English, Tinsley Perry, and we had to play without Logan for most of the year. So people stepped up. Ari Swain hit big free the other night, and so just all these kids come together when they were 13, 14 person on the team, and now they're at 7 or 8, and then the injuries. There's a lot of adversity, and it just makes it pretty darn sweet to finish it with these kids and their characters is number one.
You came to Catholic, Sydney's freshman year. Would you have ever dreamed that you would won 2 back-to-back state championships?
No, we wouldn't. But man, these girls have worked so hard. I know it's cliche, but they trust and they're faithful, and it's just special to be in a school like that where people believe and they believe in each other. It's a good spot.
Has it sunk in that this would be your last game coaching Sydney?
Not really. I know about 3 o'clock in the morning I was up looking at film, and my belly was hurting, my head was hurting, but man, it feels pretty good right now.
Coach, same kind of question I asked Sydney. Just what does it feel like to be able to share this win with your family? Being such a central part of everything.
I mean, we're all in. We pushed all our chips to the middle of the table, and it paid out. I know I miss my mom and my dad and my family back home, but man, it's just an hour and a half drive, and it's opened up a lot of doors for us. So I'm just very grateful and blessed, and very appreciative.
A question for Tinsley and Amaya about dealing with the pressure. You won it last year, as I think both of you were sophomores. You both answered. How much pressure did you feel? Oh, Catholic will probably win it again. It's a compliment, but it's a lot of pressure. about dealing with the pressure of the entire season and high expectations?
I would just think we have to go into each practice like trusting each other that we can do this again, and then just leaning on each other for help if anything's ever wrong. And then like Caroline said, we faced a bunch of adversity this season, so we just had to trust what each other was going to do. And I feel like there was pressure, but it wasn't heavy.
I would say what Tinsley said, just sticking together and pushing each other in practice and stuff, and getting through the adversity and stuff like that.
Amaya, you contributed so much more this year than a year ago. Your offensive games come along and free throws 2 today in the fourth quarter. Just how much work has gone into you being able to maybe pick up the slack in times where Sydney's on the bench with foul trouble?
I would say, especially with the free throws, I'm not a good free throw shooter. so I look back and I told myself, you worked hard for this and just do what you did. And it was I was kind of getting scared because Sydney wasn't in there. But then I had to be like, step up, Webb, you got it. So.
Brought to you by SmartBank. Play smart. Bank smart. SmartBank. For more information, visit smartbank.com.